Y'all need to stop with the Russian manicures. Y'all are taking it too far. I mean, just look at this. Look at this.
Y'all out here getting Russian manicures. I just got one today and it was my first Russian manicure, but I got my nails filed down so thin.
I'm gonna complain real quick. So I just went and got a Russian manicure. I just want to show you my nails. Okay, first they were like all red and irritated. She cut me in certain areas. Here you go. Okay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about something that I just recently found out. It's called Russian manicure. Now if you're like me that had no idea or have no idea, as the case may be, about what Russian manicure is, please sit back and relax because it's about to be an interesting ride. Okay, Russian manicures are everywhere on TikTok and on Instagram. I mean, it shows you that perfect cuticle, flawless polished nails that look like they belong in an ad. But behind that polished perfection, there's really a growing controversy and conversation about whether it's safe or even legal. Let's quickly break it down. So basically, guys, a Russian manicure is a technique where instead of soaking the nails and pushing back the cuticles, technicians use an electric drill to clean around and under the cuticle area. The result? Nails that look ultra clean with polish applied closer to the cuticle, making manicure last longer and look sharper.
This is my Russian manicure on day 27. Day 27. This is what my nails used to look like on day 12.
Now, before we get right into the video, let's quickly look at what this technician had to say about what Russian manicure is.
What is a Russian manicure? A Russian manicure is a process that you use an e-file with diamond bits and cuticle scissors to remove the cuticle and the proximal nail fold. Now here's where it gets controversial, especially if you live in the United States. Now in the United States, the cuticle is defined as a thin layer of dead skin on the surface of the nail plate. Okay? It can be removed safely and effectively without harming the seal. Now the seal that Nail Knowledge is calling it in this screenshot is the proximal nail fold. Now what is controversial in the United States is removing the proximal nail fold, because in beauty school we're taught that the proximal nail fold is living skin. Now in the United States, in all 50 states, our license comes from the Board of Cosmetology. Our license does not come from the medical board. Therefore, nail techs, barbers, estheticians, or cosmetologists are not licensed to cut living skin. In this paragraph that you can read right behind me about what is the proximal nail fold, this one sentence, it says the proximal nail fold is living skin. Therefore, by nail techs in the United States, by performing a Russian manicure, it is now deemed outside of our scope of practice, because cutting living skin is outside of our scope of practice. That's why a Russian manicure is always one of those things, and nail techs will always argue over one of those things, especially in the United States, because of the fact that touching the proximal nail fold is the controversial part. Now, the one thing I do recommend for anyone that's watching this video in the United States, if regardless of what I'm saying, if you want to learn on how to perform any type of manicure, high-end manicure with an e-file, please make sure you take a class, an e-file class. I have a certificate right here from Egoista. You can see I have been certified on how to take an e-file class. So I hope that helps.
There we go. This is just like the highlights of what this video is about. It's been legal, it being harmful, it being something that is not recommended and all whatnot. Now we're all gonna dabble into this. Now I'm not gonna blame anybody that decides to go and get a Russian manicure because a lot of people love it. I mean, it's that Instagram worthy kind of nail. People love them because they last longer, they look flawless, and have that super neat growing straight out of the nail bed effect. For content creators, it's visually satisfying. And I mean, who doesn't want their nails to stay perfect for weeks? But in as much as a lot of people want their nails to get the Russian manicure effect, nail techs are telling you that it's dangerous. Now let's get right into that.
Y'all need to stop with the Russian manicures. Y'all are taking it too far. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. First of all, her nail looks thin as day, like thin as paper. Like, her cuticles look very sleek, yes. But just look at it. Like, it looks like there's literally a gap between, like, the cuticle to the nail. Like a silicone hand, like a fake silicone
That's
hand.
true.
That is not how your nails are supposed to look like. That looks like an infection waiting to happen, because that skin is meant to be there to protect from bacteria from entering. That's why there's so much controversy of whether or not you should trim cuticle off, because it's meant to be there to protect you. Now, I'm licensed, so when I went to cosmetology school, we were specifically taught not to cut it. But because of the nail tech standard nowadays, everybody and their mama expects their cuticle to be cut. But it's not supposed to be cut. But I hear people saying all the time, oh, well, if I'm paying this much, at least she need to cut my cuticles. Or I would never go to her if she don't even cut cuticles. Like, or it should be part of the service to get my cuticles cut. Why am I being charged extra? Because it shouldn't be part of the service.
I mean, guys, I understand that feeling of having your cuticles cut. Honestly, it gives you that really beautiful, neat nail effects and all whatnot. But I don't know. For them to say it's bad and telling you you're exposing your nails to infection, I think it's best we just leave the cuticles there.
So Russian manicures are not legal in every state, and it's like a trending thing right now. I just came across this lady who was talking about it because someone from the state of Texas posted about getting their Russian manicure, and those actually aren't legal in the state of Texas. So this threw me for a loop. So I went down a rabbit hole and I learned what a Russian manicure. I went to cosmetology school over 15 years ago. It was like 16 or 17 years ago, okay? The way that people are doing a Russian manicure is the way that I was trained to do a proper manicure in the Midwest, in Minnesota, 15 plus years ago. Now, obviously, if I chose to be a nail tech and was doing that, I'd be working in a salon, and that salon or whatever that establishment would know the legality, right? And they would make sure that their nail techs are doing what they're supposed to be or whatever. Like, it throws me off because apparently the reasoning is because they say that they can't properly sanitize. And we had like so much training on proper sanitation. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is the difference between the fact that I went to cosmetology school, so I learned hair, skin, and nails. But like, you would think that nail tech school would be, you know, unless maybe things changed. Maybe I'm just old.
Now, the problem is these days, you're not sure if where you're going to is properly sanitized. So, you know, I rather not, you know, just do the basics and I'm off your chair.
Manicures are everybody's new obsession, but honestly, I don't think they're worth it, and here's why. I paid $120 total. It was $90 for Gel X Russian manicure and $10 for French tip, and then I tipped $20. And to be honest, I feel like because of all the cuticle work, my fingers look wider and my nail beds look chunkier than they normally do when I get a manicure, which I am not a huge fan of. And second, she shaved way too much off of my cuticles. Most of my nails actually hurt pretty bad today, which is kind of disappointing when you're paying for a more expensive service. I know this isn't the case all the time, and it's because she didn't do it properly, but I did some research and it seems like it's actually a pretty common thing, and it can cause people to get infections too. So I've been really diligent washing my hands and putting some form of a barrier on them. I'm using like Aquaphor and Vaseline. That way I don't get an infection from my nails. But that being said, do I think it is worth all the hype? No. Don't feel like you're missing out just because you're not getting the extra special fancy Russian manicure. I was really excited at first, but now that I've slept on it, I don't think I'll be getting it again.
I mean, all that stress still for the amount of money being paid, like still putting barriers to prevent your nails from getting infected. I mean, I'm this type of person that I want my nails done, just get it done, don't hurt me, don't inflict any form of injury on me. Let me just get out of your chair with perfect nails. So, her coming to say she's going through all these is really actually, in my opinion, not worth it.
I'm gonna complain real quick. So I just went and got a Russian manicure. I just want to show you my nails. Okay, first they're like all red and irritated. She cut me in certain areas. Here you go. Okay. The experience was no different than like a normal manicure. For like it being hyped up, I thought it was gonna be like a massage, like a way different process, right? So I go, I get these short length, just French, nothing fucking crazy. It was $210 fucking dollars. I'm sorry. $210 just for a manicure is absolutely fucking disgusting to me. And there's just no point in paying it. It's so much better to go to like your nail tech or like someone who does it at home and pay like the $130, $140 for like full details than go to a salon and pay $210 for this. I went to this place called Mink in Beverly Hills, by the way, so don't go there. But this is your sign to not get a Russian manicure to like save your money, because it's not worth the fucking hype.
Another person saying it's not worth the hype, but honestly, it's like it's no news that Russian manicures are actually more expensive than the regular manicure you go and ask for. So coming to say it's not worth the hype because of the price, like I'm not trying to say her opinion is not valid, but like she should have known. But I mean, guys, it is what it is.
Excuse me, I just got a spray tan so I look a little crazy, but I want to talk to all the girls on here who have been hyping up Russian manicures, saying it's the best manicure I've ever had, it lasts so much longer. When were you going to tell us it takes 3 hours? When were you going to tell us that just a manicure takes 3 hours? I got a mani-pedi, a Russian mani-pedi. I was there for more than 4 hours. 4 hours and 15 minutes. Pardon me? Oh my God. I was like, when is this going to end? My cuticles do look great. But you should have told me. What am I going to do now? Do I do this every 3 weeks? Certainly not. Certainly not.
Well, obviously, I think that's what you're paying for. You're paying for like the detailing, you're paying for the neatness, you're paying for all those fancy things. The fact that this takes really long is another offside to me, because I'm somebody that likes to get things done fast, super quick, so I can move on to other things. Except I just dedicate like a day to having the Russian manicure. But I mean, there's some other people that are okay with this, and I mean, that's fine.
Let's talk about why this perfect Russian manicure is actually terrifying to me as a dermatologist. It looks flawless, but at what cost? That cuticle they're completely removing is literally your nail security guard. It creates a waterproof sealant, protecting you from bacteria and other microbes that can cause infection. When you strip it away, you're basically creating an open wound around your nail. Think painful infections, damaged nail growth, permanent nail changes, and don't even get me started on pushing gel polish under your skin, which can then go on to cause allergic reaction. I get it. We all want perfect looking nails, but trust your dermatologist on this one. Keep your cuticles and find a nail tech who respects your nail health, and just try to say no to Russian manicure.
Now, this is coming from a dermatologist, right? Obviously, the clean look comes at a cost. And if you're not lucky, you end up at the wrong person's chair, you're going to have to deal with the side effects.
Need to understand the marketing behind Russian manicures. Honestly, like any type of gel polish in general, especially because there will be influencers or whoever on this app that will show their nails like mid-appointment, and they'll be like, oh, these are my real nails, and they're super long, but I know that shit's brittle, like so fucking thin. Try to just leave the polish off for literally even a day, and a stiff wind is going to cause your nails to freaking crack off. And I say this from experience because there was a period where I was getting Russian manicures a lot, and my nails started to hurt. Like, and this was like a good, like legitimately good place. But filing off your nails or drilling off your nails, like everyone's like, oh my God, that's so much better than soaking off. Like, I don't think it is. It's just not good for you.
With the option of either soaking off the nails off or drilling the nails down, I think I'll go for soaking the nails off. Anytime, any day.
Y'all out here getting Russian manicures. I just got one today and it was my first Russian manicure, but the process was exactly like getting builder gel. And I tried to research it before. It's hard gel, like, because they described it as hard gel. I was like, is builder gel and hard gel the same thing? I show up. I got my nails filed down so thin. And mind you, I had done builder gel a couple times. And when they do it, they put one base on and then they coat on top of it. So, like, my nails were fully strong. Like, I had grown them all the way out, not gotten them done at all. I had builder gel on top. They did not file them down thin. So they were thick. They were nice. They were great. Right? The only reason I had to like cut them back is because they were growing so long and strong that it was interfering with my daily life. So this chick files my nails down so thin, literally just pressing on the top of my nail when she was filing it hurt. When she was putting the like e-file on top of it, it was like burning. I like flinched away so many times. I'm just confused. Is this the Russian manicure process or is this them? I tried to say something and I was like, yo, I get my nails done all the time. Like, this is hard gel that's on here now. I've never had it hurt like this. This is crazy. And this was very uncomfortable for me. I don't like speaking up. Like, usually if the nail color goes on wrong and I don't like it, I suck it up for the next time until I get my nails done. I'm not like, I don't speak up. And it was literally like these 3 or 4 Russian women around me all speaking Russian to each other and then being like, no, that's what your nails are like. And I'm like, I've known my own nails for my entire life. I know that's not the case. And then they were like, no, that's what they look like. I was like, oh my God, they're just going to straight lie to me. And I was like, okay, well, I know that's not the case. So let's just move on. Like, I was getting so uncomfortable. I was like, let's move on. And I just went back to my isolation and my shutting that up because I was like, this is so uncomfortable. And she was like, do you want to proceed? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. She takes out the gel. Builder gel written right on top, builder hard gel. They were like, oh, you're gonna builder gel soft and builder gel hard, because then they were trying to say that they had to file my nails down so thin because of the gel that was on top. And like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you have to file down my nails so thin if gel was on top? Just file the gel off. Am I missing something, or am I being hypercritical? Because that was crazy. I was gaslit. I'm pretty confident and positive that the person who was doing mine was brand new to the scene, was just learning the process or something. And then at the end of it, when the builder gel or when their gel was on top, they flipped them over, filed my real nail down on the bottom. I was like, oh, so when this comes off, there might not be a nail. They might have filed the whole thing off. I don't know. It was paper thin, flipped them over, the rest of it's gone. I'm pretty sure. And now that I'm really criticizing, these are pretty round, and I said almond, which I'll get over that. The paper thin thing, I won't get over. Like, some of them, though, I'm like, can you see that? What's the shape? What? Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop complaining. Please comment. What is this, a weird Russian manicure process? Did I get ripped off? Was this a weird place? Should I never go back? I'll probably never go back because I'm embarrassed that I even spoke up at all. But I'm like, hello?
Honestly, I don't even know if this is what a Russian manicure process should be like, or maybe they just went overboard with drilling the nails. Yes, I know drilling the nails is an involvement in this kind of manicure, but her saying they even flipped her hand over and drilled the remaining nail there is sending me, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about these complaints.
Y'all, let me show y'all something. I got a French manicure for the first time. This is an update from that video. I got my nails done on Friday. Today is Monday. I will probably never do this again. My nail beds hurt. Look at how red it, like, something told me when I was there, don't do it. I paid $160 just for this and my daughter to get her nails polished.
From what I can see, the other hand looks like there might be an infection because it's looking really swollen. Now I get why a lot of people are saying don't get this done. But here's the thing, guys. This technique involves drilling extremely close to your living tissue. If done incorrectly, a lot of things can go wrong. For example, some of the things we saw in the video, others can be infection. It can obviously weaken your natural nail because the story of that girl that got the drill under her nail was really crazy. You can have permanent damage. You don't know how much you're going to have damage from this. Some might be permanent, some can be very long term effects. If you're lucky, your nail can heal. And then a lot of people we saw in this video had 1 or 2 cuts. So there's the injury risk. Now, according to dermatologists, the cuticle is there for a reason. And I'm sure we can all testify to that from what we've seen so far. I mean, it just protects the nail from bacteria and fungi or even any infection that decides to enter your nail. Now, a lot of people don't talk about this. And I'm making this video to just create that awareness. So in case you still want to go ahead with the Russian manicure, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Some people just decide to get into the Russian manicure effects without knowing this side effects because they saw it on TikTok or Instagram, or they saw how the nail looked super clean and super neat. But yes, I'll always say do your research before you do certain things. But yes, beautiful people, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Have you got a Russian manicure? Have you had it before? Was it a smooth journey for you? Did you have complications? Now, when I say complications, I don't mean that ambiguous word, but like, did you have any complaints whatsoever? And yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.